The being known as the Tsuchinoko and the alien race of subterraneans are intertwined, so we'll be discussing them together. Not much is known about the subterraneans as a species, other than they are able to wear human skin in order to more easily blend into Earth's society. They are known to have supernatural strength and durability, even within their human vessel, shown when Naki Kito, a subterranean in disguise, ignores her limbs being fractured and can continue fighting in close quarters combat despite that. For 200 years, a subterranean named Naki Kito masqueraded as the powerful matriarch of the Kito family, ingraining that family into the small town politics of their local village, and eventually becoming the highest authority in the area, usurping even the police in their manipulative facades. At some point in history, Naki Kito convinced the village's population that an evil cryptid known as the Tsuchinoko inhabited their village's active volcano. Attributing the volcano's potential of erupting to the Tsuchinoko's hunger, the Kito family and the village locals resolved to sacrifice one human child every couple of years to keep the Tsuchinoko fed. While the village people feared retaliation from the Tsuchinoko, the Kito family worshipped the very real entity as if it was a god. It's unknown if all of the Kito family were subterraneans, as only Naki Kito reveals herself after the other families are arrested. It's impossible to know if this was a rogue effort on Naki's behalf, or if it's just the natural behavior of the subterranean race. The Tsuchinoko itself, referred to as the Great Snake by the Kito family, is a colossal worm with a huge gaping maw originating in the Gobi deserts of Africa. The average Mongolian death worm is said to grow to about 1.5 to 2 meters in length. However, it appears the repeat sacrifices and religious worship may have actually had an effect on the worm's growth. Just by merely existing, the Tsuchinoko releases passive waves that can psychologically manipulate beings around the Great Snake to take their own lives. This field of melancholy is large in range and can even reach the surface when the Tsuchinoko is fully underground. Its effects are so powerful, it can even harm supernaturally charged humans like Okarun and Momo. On top of its naturally debilitating aura, the Tsuchinoko can regenerate from even fatal injuries like losing its head. However, its natural biology as a worm does make it vulnerable to things like prolonged sunlight and water. That being said, because it's technically a Mongolian death worm, the cryptid does have the natural legendary trait to discharge electricity from its tendrils that shock opponents and paralyze them. The Tsuchinoko can also spit up a sticky phlegm that can slow a target down and restrict their movement, making prey easier to pin down and swallow. It's unknown how many more Tsuchinoko may be hiding underneath the earth, along with how many subterraneans may be hiding in plain sight to pull the strings and facilitate their growth.